Hello, my name is Robert, and today I want to show you about modularity. So if you do not know what modularity is, it's basically like the putting different pieces together to make something. It's kind of like Legos. This is actually this is used a lot, especially in AAA games, like for example Fallout 4. They actually used a bunch of assets and made all those cool buildings and stuff out of those. So I'm going to show you a pretty cool example right here. So these are some different pieces. As you can see, there are some windows, there are some rooftops, there are some other round windows and things like that. And basically when you put them all together, you can, well in this case, you can actually make a pretty cool building. So let's say you wanted to make, for example, a skyscraper. Well, you can make different kinds of windows, different doors, different walls and things like that, and you can put them all together just by doing one window of each type, etc. And when you put them all together, you can get some pretty good results, and after that you can actually use those pieces again to make even more different buildings, which is really cool. So if we go into Blender, we have our cube here, and you don't have to use Blender necessarily, but it's the program we'll be using today. So if we go into edit mode, we want to get our snap enabled by pressing on this icon over here, the magnet. And we want to move this up just like this, and we want to make sure the origin of this cube, which is this yellow dot, is in the vertice. And the reason for this is because when we let's say so you can actually see the difference between having it there and not there. So let's say we have a wall, okay? This is our wall. Pretty boring, but let's stick with this. And let's say we imported this to our engine. So let's say Unreal, for example. When we import this, the origin will be in this vertice, which means if you rotate this on the Z, you can actually pretty much snap it into the place where you to the exact place where you want it to be. Because if you had the origin let's say in the center, it will move this in such a way that it won't be like in the grid of the other pieces. And what I mean by that is that it won't fit exactly. So you want to make sure you have the vertice over here. So let's make some other pieces. Let's actually duplicate this wall, and let's make a corner piece. So let's do Control R to make a loop cut, and let's see if we can get this done precisely. We might have to do 2, and I'm going to do dissolve edges, and basically it gets rid of those. And basically I did that so I can get this centered with this line over here, so it's basically the same width as the wall. So let's extrude this a couple times, and there we go. There we have our corner piece. And actually let's move this back just like that, and there we go. And as you can see, we have our origin in this corner over here. And let's make just one more piece for the sake of this tutorial. Let's make well, what do we need? Well, we need a door, so let's do some loop cuts. Oops. And let's get rid of these faces. And we want to fill in these faces so it doesn't look too boring. You can also do this by using booleans, but I find it a bit too boring. So let's say, well, let's make a house of some sort. So let's put these pieces together. And as you can see, this is actually a pretty boring example, but I actually wanted to make this video as quickly as I could, because we could be doing this for hours and hours, and pretty much, and what I really want to, the information that I want to give you in this video is pretty much how to make these pieces, how to start to make them, sorry. So let's rotate this wall on the Z, and oops, yeah, that's the right rotation. Let's make one more, and let's make another corner piece by duplicating. Rotate Z 180. Oops, no. Rotate C 90. There we go. Sorry, my bad. And as you can see, this is actually a really simple process, and if you have your assets in your engine, it's actually really fast to make new buildings and things like that, so you don't really have to worry too much during the process of actually making the buildings. It won't take too long, which is what I really like of this method. And I'm not getting the rotations well at all. There we go, finally. And let's just duplicate these pieces so we can make this even quicker. Shift DX, there we go. And this, oops, apparently we did something wrong. There we go. So as you can see, this was actually really fast, and once you have your materials and textures here, this will look actually really cool, so don't worry about it. So I really hope this video was useful. If you liked it, make sure to thumbs up, and if you didn't, you know what to do. If you have any suggestions for any future videos, or there's something you want me to cover, make sure to comment and I'll do a video just for you. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next one. Bye.